Hey everyone, how's it going? Zoarey here with another life log today. Uh this video's topic is gonna be about I guess let me get the mic here closer. It's gonna be about essentially not prioritizing life, but kind of like I guess like how you choose your priorities. And this isn't kind of like a how should you choose your priorities. This is just something I have been thinking about over the last couple of today since I woke up, kind of. Well, not since I woke up, like halfway into the day. So, and anyway, I've been good. Life's been good. Nothing crazy has happened. I guess I've been sick recently, so I'm halfway done my logo thing here in the back. It's been like a 3 week process at this point, but I got sick there for a while, so we're gonna hopefully finish that soon enough. But no, yeah, I guess today I've been kind of just questioning really what to do in life, and that's like a big statement. So I guess we'll like simplify that down to deciding what to do in the coming soon-ish amount in my life. So like it's saying like the next year, next 2 years, and that kind of thing. But also like considering like longer term scale uh, possibilities. And I've just kind of been, I don't know. I always get like this whenever I try and think about what it is I want to do in life. It ends up being that I kind of just flail around, questioning myself at every turn, and then just end up deciding to do whatever I'm either currently doing or what's immediately coming up. So I don't really get to think. Well, I get to think, but I think too much about it because after time and time again of thinking about it, the most obvious like the worst way to go about it is to just kind of spend the time you could have been doing something deciding on doing something, if that makes sense. And so just kind of getting out to do something, choosing something and sticking with it, whether it's good or bad, wrong or right, because that's a lot of that is relative to just do something. And if you're focusing on something you're doing, you usually end up enjoying it more than focusing on either what you could have picked or on trying to pick two things. Spending your time that way brings about less satisfaction, I find. But yeah, so I don't really. No, I guess I kind of just made this video to talk to whoever decided to watch this video because they were like, you know what, this looks like a cool use of time. Way to decide. Uh, Hopefully it's beneficial to your viewing experience. But I don't know. I've kind of like I don't know if you guys noticed about me, but I have so many interests. Like everything and anything that is out there, I'm like I'm fascinated to find out how stuff works or learn new skills or learn about different like whatever, right? But when it comes to like choosing something, or at least like you can't do everything. First of all, second of all, you can't do too many things at once because then you make either very little effort or basically no effort at all. You make no progress at all on any of those things. And so it kind of leaves you unsatisfied once again. So you kind of got to limit it to very few things at a time. Now that's great and all, but how do I choose the things that I want to limit it to, right? Like for example, like schooling, like university studies or YouTube channel like work, cuz you guys have seen I've made a video in like very long time for the kind of these reasons. And then just recently I was like playing curling in a tournament, and that was fun. And some other stuff like drawing stuff, or like I'm learning guitar very slowly learning guitar, um, or other things. But I don't know. Definitely something to think about. But not think too much about. And that's like the whole cycle I'm kind of caught in. It's like on the one hand, I want to figure out what it is I want to do, what it is that is possible to do and what kind of like the world needs and what I should do. And then like, the other side of me is like, okay, but you can't spend all your life deciding, otherwise it's kind of like defeats the point in the first place. And so you kind of got to choose what to do. And it's not so much that I just can't have any clue of what I could try. I have some ideas, but some are more, I guess, not the safe path, but the safe path where it's like, do this, and the next step is do this, and then do this, and you get a thing, and then that's how you get a job, and then you live your life. But like, and I could see myself doing more, like, I guess your average job, or maybe do research in something or whatever. But I do have a major, like, kind of creative side, more vibrant, imaginative side that kind of wants to, maybe try out acting stuff or guitar stuff, writing a song, writing a book, or just creating some cool things or making cool video projects or stuff like that. And I don't know, it's a toughie because I like all these things and I can't decide, but then I don't want to decide because wasting your time deciding is the whole circular thing. So and up to this point, I see we're 6 minutes and 30 seconds into this, and if I've just yambled and rambled, well, now you know a little bit about me. I like to ramble and yamble, but hopefully you guys kind of relate. If you don't relate, I'm glad you got it all figured out, at least for now, for the time being. But I guess nobody really ever does have it figured out, because I've talked to people at all stages of life, and they've all said, you don't ever really have everything figured out or set in stone or like an organized life, cookie cutter style, everything fits together. It's more so that you kind of figure it out as you go, and to take it one step at a time with like a loose idea of what you can do in the future. And because like I could wing everything, but then usually you kind of you end up doing what's like super urgent and immediate instead of what is necessarily most important to you. And I guess that's my final point here, is that like at the end of the day, it boils down to what is important to you, right? And like, how do you decide that? How do you determine what is, more or less important than something else? And there's not really any solid answer to that. There's like recommendations or suggestions of thinking techniques, or kind of framing it into perspective for yourself. But it's really up to you. And if you don't know what you like, that is a deeply personal question, and which is one I am asking myself all the time. What is important to me? What do I want to spend our short lives on, my short life on? And yeah, I have no answers yet. And maybe that's the thing. They're ever changing, right? So it's kind of like at this moment in time, for who I am today, what do I find important? And why do you find that important? And like, say you had two equally plausible things of being the most important or one of the top priorities of your life. It's not so, I've always said this, I read this somewhere a long time ago, and I've always said this, it's not so much that one is going to be better than the other, or all the time going to be like that. It's not so much the things you're comparing, but the reasons why you're rating one higher than another. Because, like, say having a career higher than, I don't know, family, we'll say. If your reason for that is because you're very passionate about your work, you find it very like interesting, fulfilling, and you think that it's contributing in some way to either your life or other people's lives in a significant way, that's a good reason. But if it's because you're like, because, I don't like my family all that much, that could be a reason, but maybe it's not the best one for choosing one thing over another. Um, but hey, that's just me. That's just me, right? Like, I take my words with a grain of salt because, you know, I'm just like you guys. I am just another person out here figuring it out one step at a time and hoping to do some cool projects at some point. I keep saying cool projects, but it's like, what more specifically do I mean? You know, just kind of, I don't know. I find like a lot of people are in the same boat as me, especially people around my age. Like, I know like some other generations kind of like grew up in different environments, and so they have different kind of, I guess, perspectives going into life. But yeah, no, I feel like a lot of like the younger people nowadays, because like with the internet and access to like knowledge around the world and what's out there and what can you technically do, it's the options have gone from like a very small big number to an insanely almost infinite big number of choices. And you could pick, technically, you could pick whatever you want. But, you know, information overload and all that, and you can't end up deciding. So then you just pick, again, whatever's important and urgent. I don't know, this video is just kind of me rambling on about finding importance in life or prioritizing your life. And hey, I guess you just try things and see how they go. And it's like that one concept of the thing. It's a psychological or a philosophical concept, I should say. It's that guy's cat from like the 1930s. I really should, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Something cat. Schrodinger's cat? I think that sounds right. I still haven't. Yes, okay, that's the one. Like the Schrodinger's cat experiment where there's like a cat in the box, and there's like this poison that's supposed to like get released at a random time. So like once the cat's in the box and everyone's like and you can't see what's inside. The cat is technically both dead and alive at the same time, but there's no way to know for sure which one that is until you like look inside the box. And that's kind of comparative to when you have a choice between two things. You never really know which one might be better or worse until you try one or the other out. And that's all you can do. So, yeah. That's I probably got the whole explanation with the cat like slightly off, but that's the gist of it. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it with that and just saying, like, usually finding out what is important to you in your life is probably one of the best things you can do, because then it kind of sets you in a way to, like, knowing what kind of general direction you're moving for the time being. And so instead of kind of flailing in the breeze, you can cruise with the wind. Or something like that. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Yeah, it's been a while, so it's good to see you guys again up on the channel. I'm Zoarey, your host. Remember, stay healthy, stay active, drink water, eat those vegetables and fruits, but mostly vegetables. And hopefully we'll see you guys very soon for the finished logo project thingy. Yeah. So, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.